and welcome back to this channel. It's not mine, I share it. This is Clink Clink again, or Serena, and I'm coming at you with my first Inktober video. So this is the first Inktober I have ever done, and I'm actually really proud of how everything has been turning out lately. The first couple were a bit sketchy because I hadn't ever really done inking before. I did not draw this on the front. My book came with this on it, and I got this sketchbook in Glacier National Park over the summer. I'm actually really happy with how it's turned out with all the inking I've been doing lately. So let's get into it. So this is day one, and as you can see, I was very excited for Inktober to start, but this didn't live up to how I wanted day one to go. There's just so much going on in this piece that's just so wrong, and I couldn't fix it. I think it came with me trying to do the face in Sharpie. Here, I'll zoom in. And it just kind of bled so that her whole eye on her left side, our right, looks black. Her lips became way too big, and so now she doesn't have a chin. And just a lot of horrible things. You know, it's just not good. But, you know, this was really my first time ever really doing a full-sized inking sketch, and, you know, when you think of it in that sense, it's not that horrible, but compared to a lot of the other things that I do, it's pretty bad. So the first prompt that I had was studying by candlelight, and another thing that I was kind of not happy with is I didn't really follow the prompt at all. It doesn't look like she's studying. I mean, she's got her book and she's got her candle, but I don't know what's going on in this. We're just gonna go on to the next one. Okay, I'm actually still really happy with this one. It's a puppeteer and puppet, and as you can see, I actually followed the prompt on this day. There's he is, he looking kind of crazy. Yep. And he's got his little puppets. And on the side here, I wrote down what I needed to work on, shading and ballpoint and adding texture, you know, and then supplies I used, just all that good stuff. Like I said, I'm really proud of how this one turned out, especially for day two, coming off of that first one, which I almost felt like quitting after day one, and that's not a good feeling. But, you know, I feel like day two kind of helped me keep going a little bit, because I was kind of blocked on day one. But yeah, this one turned out pretty well. Okay, now this one is probably not my favorite one so far, but one of them. Just the creativity I used in this. Oh, get off. There's a fly in my room. But just, you know, I was gonna have her have purple hair for a while. I mean, black hair. And then I changed it to purple. And I feel like that was a really good look for her. I feel like she's the kind of purple hair girl. And originally there wasn't going to be a cat, but her hand was just kind of hanging out there, and I decided she'd be holding her cat, and I loved the look on his face. Like, he just woke up from a nap and he's in the air. So the prompt was cute witch, and I feel like she's cute enough to be considered a cute witch. Signed in kind of a big bold Sharpie there, I don't know. And then those are my supplies for this one. Pentel Wow Pen, Paper Mate Flare for the purple and the green, and then just like a black Sharpie for the rest of it. Okay, and now this is a hot mess. It actually, her face and stuff turned out pretty well, but I don't have colors that are big enough to really do a good job in this fog. So like, if you zoom in, you can see that I used one of those Paper Mate Flare pens again, and they're just like the felt tip pens that you use for correcting and going over your printing and stuff like that. I actually really like how the mirror's face turned out. He looks very concerned about what's going on. The prompt was Evil Queen with Apple, and there's the apple. And for day 3, I think day 3 for the official prompt was poison. And so this could have gone for that too, because that's a poison apple, right? Yeah, so I think that could work. You can correct me if I'm wrong if that wasn't the prompt for day 3, for the official prompt, but I decided my first year wouldn't really use the official prompt. I didn't want anything to really compare to, you know? So here is day 5 for me, and the prompt was trick-or-treating. And so this is a little girl in a pumpkin costume, and I'm actually really proud of this one because I know she doesn't look like a little girl, but she looks younger than a lot of the girls that I draw, and I have trouble with drawing like different ages and different genders. So I know she's still a girl, but she looks a lot younger than I normally draw, and she's in a little pumpkin costume, you know, for trick-or-treating, and she's got a little face makeup on, and I think it just turned out so cute. I really like it. You know, a lot of these drawings kind of turn creepy, because, you know, it's kind of in that Halloween theme. This is kind of like Drawloween, but it's more Inktober, I think, but this one's just really cute, and I love the way she turned out. I love her hair, I love her costume, even that hand is pretty good. I mean, just everything, you know. Except for one thing, I kind of messed up on the color here. I thought it was black. It was blue. So, yeah. This is, again, one of my favorites. The prompt was pure versus corrupted, so I'm guessing you know that this one's the pure, and this one's corrupted. I love the way her hair looks. It's just so flowy and nice, and I don't know if you can tell from here, I'm gonna zoom in, but she's a different race. I succeeded in life. She is not Caucasian, and you can see again here, better when her eyes are open. I think I was going for like Japanese. I don't know if that really worked, but I can tell that it's not just a white girl. So I'm liking that there's some diversity in this. So yeah, that makes me happy, because a lot of times when I'm drawing something, it's just like white girl, white girl, white girl. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but I want to keep learning and growing, and that means that there's more than one type of person in the world. And I want to draw different races, different genders, you know, different ages, and I feel like I succeeded in that here. Oh, and this at the top of the corner, you know, we go by Cobble and Clink Clink on this channel, so that's Karen, that's me, and those are our creatures. Yeah, she drew those. So here is day 7, and I did this a day late because on Saturday I had a 5-hour softball practice, but I feel like it turned out pretty well. This is supposed to be a boy. It's kind of hard to tell with the book up there, and for some reason this turned out into being kind of a curve. I don't know. The texture on the pants is kind of cool, and I kind of rushed this. You can probably tell because it's kind of sloppy, but I feel like that actually adds some character to this drawing. It's different than a lot of the ones that I've done before. Just the random strokes everywhere. I think it turned out different than a lot of my other ones, and I kind of gave up on the books here. Like, I had 2 shelves of books and then just nothing, because I was kind of hurrying because I had to do 2 on Saturday. The second one is actually a lot better, but this one I'm actually really happy with because I did it in like 5 minutes, and that's a full page in 5 minutes, and it looks halfway decent. So yeah, again, pretty happy with how that turned out. So this one is probably the most intense drawing I have in here. Maybe the pure versus corrupted is a bit intense too, but this one is definitely in that Halloween theme. I really like the emotion in this drawing. I feel like it's just, it kind of makes me sad though, looking at it, just to see the dismay in her face, and it's kind of weird. This drawing was, the main focal point was supposed to be a male vampire, that's why it says vampire, and with an M on there. But I still somehow made the focal point of this drawing female, even though he was supposed to be the main character. And as I was drawing this, I actually came up with kind of like a storyline where she fell so head over heels with him that she helped him with victims, and before, like, she started to kind of suspect him for her being one of his victims, but it was already too late, and that's why it looks kind of like she's not fighting, because she realizes too late what's going on, and she's already given in. She's already sealed her own fate, and I feel like that's a good story for her. And I even came up with a name. Her name is Ronwyn, and you know, that's Dracula, and she calls him Draco, but I don't know. That's kind of weird because this is just supposed to be some drawing, but I kind of liked the characters, and I feel like I developed them while I was drawing. I don't know if that's weird. If you like that story, make sure to like it, and if you have any suggestions for a better story, you can comment them down below. So this is the drawing I did today, and I don't know if you can tell, but this is metallic Sharpie here. But the prompt was a deer's antler in the night sky, and that was such a long prompt I was kind of confused by it, but I just did a little silhouette, and I added some like fur on there. I don't know if you can tell, but I used the metallic Sharpie for the moon, and then just a deer's silhouette there. It's really simple, but it's actually really pretty, and I've had a lot of people liking this on Instagram. So if you're interested in any of these drawings, make sure to DM us on Instagram or comment down below, because we haven't made any prints of these, and I've never made prints before, but these are all in a sketchbook, and if people actually have interest in wanting to buy them, I will try my best to make decent prints so that we can sell them to you. And remember that everything that we sell on the Art Givers, 75% of the profits there will go to a local animal shelter. And a lot of people have been asking, like, why do you keep the rest of it? And that's so that we can make our site more accessible. It's kind of hard to find at this point because we don't have a real good plan with Wix, and that's where we're basing our website out of. We have the free plan right now because we're two teenagers trying to do something, and we need the money that from our profits, at least a little bit, to try and pay for that and make our website better and easier to find so that we can get more customers. And as we go, we might increase the amount going into charity, but right now we haven't had very many sales, so we're still giving most of the money to charity, but a little bit we have to keep to try and keep this thing going. But yeah, so this is 9 days of Inktober. The next day is Mad Scientist with Experiments, and I'm already coming up with like an idea for who that is gonna be, and that's all for now, and I'll be coming back with a video hopefully sooner rather than later, and hopefully Karen can make one too, because it's just been me so far. Really happy with how Inktober's going, and I'm hoping I can complete it first year. A lot of people say they get burned out, hoping that that doesn't happen to me because I love art, and so far I'm loving the challenge of trying to fit this in every day, because I have a really busy schedule and I'm still able to do this. So hope you get to see another video soon, and hope I have some good art to show you.